You look amazing, SuperMel, but you're going to be looking better at the end of the season of healing, as you know.
Yeah.
I thought I would record this because I might send this out if you don't mind to people who still want to join in the last season, so they kind of get a sense of like what this half an hour call is about. Um, for the Nederlands that kunnen ook in het Nederlands. I just said in Dutch. We can do this in Dutch if you want, but you're the amazing SuperMel from Wisconsin, so we're gonna do this one in English. How you
Thank you.
doing?
Okay. Yeah. I think what changed my mind to join the season of healing after watching your video. I know what to do. I know how I feel. I think what triggered it was the healing from stress, the stress part of my life. So I was like,
Mm,
yeah, I really need it. And I say this every season that I've been a part of, and I feel so much better when I'm involved with, the group, whatever, group that we have this time or this
yeah,
season. So I have a lot
crazy
of
how that
stuff.
is, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you're right, Dr. Ben. I should probably participate and be involved and learn because every time I do learn something and
Hmm.
it helps me focus on myself, especially in my busy career life and the stress that I endure in that.
Who
So yeah,
doesn't have stress in this day and age, right?
all right. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
feel like I bottle it all up and it stays inside me and being a part of Ironclad and the Gauntlet helps me get through those times a little bit easier on and on. It's still a learning process for me.
Amen. Yeah, you've been.
Yeah,
How many seasons have you gone through now? Four, five?
man, I don't know. I think I started in um
Season of Kiara,
season of
right?
Kiara. Yeah,
Right.
so that's
Kiara and
22.
Kiara is three now. So
Yeah.
there's when she was in the belly, she was. That's when we had that focus on the healing aspect of pregnancy and the stuff that goes along with that. That's so yeah, that's been a while. We've been doing this for quite a while, right? Well, so you know a
Yeah.
little bit the drill. Every season we have a focus, right? And I sent you the video, the primer on that. The real simple question I want to just ask you is, what do you want to heal? And we'll talk about this when we meet on the 22nd of February. It'll be 7 o'clock European time, which is 2 hours later than the normal time that we meet on Sundays. Because some people are going to be showing up kind of late. Um, the only thing you have to know right now is, what is it that you want to heal? Try to consider, have it be something that is measurable, right? Um, Generally stick to something physical, something mental, emotional, or something spiritual. Um, and a lot of these things, as you know, like if we have a cancer patient and they can go through their process, working with the oncologist to see the size of the tumors, the things that are changing with that, right? If you're a diabetic and you're looking at your blood sugar, that's a real easy thing to measure. If you want to lose weight, which will be something I'll be working on this season, it's really easy. You step on the scale, right? Some things, we have some members that are looking at a little bit more medically orientated thing. While we working together with their house arts or their medical doctor on this one. But other things, people are focusing on something, like a relationship thing they want to heal, or an emotional thing, like a stress level. So, what I need you to kind of think about is what it is that you want to heal, and really try to get it concrete down to something that you can measure. Maybe one of our members wants to increase their hours of sleep.
Mm.
So they're encouraged to look at, there's a lot of like wearables like Aura rings or other things that you can get that can kind of monitor just general stress levels inside of you. But one easy way is to start with a simple questionnaire I'll help you make, or to come up with like, what's your level of stress? What do you think? I mean, how can we really nail down something quantifiable, measurable to assess our progress and to know whether what we're doing is working in the right direction or not, or to at least learn from that, right? Because if you think about one thing we talk about in Ironclad, basically is what we think about, we bring about, right? It's always been the focus from the first day. So, and it is a fact that the thing that we measure and focus changes, right? When we put attention to it, things change. So what do you think? What would you like? How can we measure your stress level?
Hmm. That's a really good question because I do not know exactly. I feel like if I had less stress, um I would sleep better. My
Hmm.
cortisol levels would be, I think that's what it is, right? That's the stress
Yeah,
hormone,
that's a stress hormone. Yeah.
but I don't know how to measure that. But I feel like that's because I feel like I'm in a constant survival with the stress that I'm under. So I
Uh-huh.
feel like that is holding on to my body weight. So if I do lose weight, then that could be a sign
Yeah.
too that
Hmm.
I'm releasing that and releasing the stress or managing that better.
Yep.
Um,
So
uh,
let's think about this from let me approach it a little bit from kind of the not just the ironclad perspective, but a more the medical approach. So cortisol is a hormone that's the stress hormone. That's right. If you have high cortisol, you can measure that. So one thing before you start your season, I'd like you to figure out a way. Whether do you have a regular general practitioner GP doctor that you see?
I do.
Yeah, you can reach out. I think we've talked, but they were there a couple times in the past. I think they were really impressed with the results that you were getting, right? Ask
Hmm.
them about a cortisol test if you can get it covered through them or whether you have to have one. The other thing too is I think in today's day and age, you could pretty much get any sort of test sent. You do have to get blood drawn, I think, which requires a phlebotomist, and there's a variety of steps you have to go through to get that. Perhaps there are other. I'm not a cortisol expert, but maybe there are other like under the tongue tests or things that you could do with saliva or other sort of tests that are maybe not as specific as a blood test. But and maybe we don't have to do a blood test. Maybe we can look at high cortisol means I'm losing weight. Aside from what the blood work will tell you, right? That's one aspect to look at this, and I really think that's a good one to consider. I want you to do some research on that. How are you going to measure that for yourself? I like, and I'm encouraging lots of our members to work together with their general practitioner, medical doctor, to get some beginning tests done and ending tests done. We've done that with our diabetics before, and that's been a really good thing. Keep them in the loop. Um, but even aside from what the blood tests say, you picked stress because you know what that means to you, right? So I think we want to, we've worked with emblems before. That's definitely going to be an emblem for you, your stress level
Hmm.
in this season, and see what things affect that as we walk the process. Um, what do you think? You don't have to have this answer for this now, but before we start the season, I want you to really kind of reflect on what is stress to you. How do you measure it? And when like you have stressed Melissa and you have non-stressed Melissa, what's the difference between those two, right? So when we get down to your daily ritual this season, you're going to have that as an aspect of it. So think about super stressed Melissa, and then think about sometimes, if you don't know what non-stressed Melissa, I don't know if you ever heard of the concept think in the inversion.
Hmm.
Have
No,
you
I
ever heard?
haven't.
No. So thinking in the inversion is a classic. It's oftentimes done in business, but it's a classic aspect of like, okay, well, I don't really know what non-stressed is
Yeah.
for me. I don't know what like, but I know what it feels like to be stressed. And what's like the worst stress situation? You think about worst stressed Melissa, that version, right? And then you think about the opposite of that. Like if stressed is like impatient, angry, what's the opposite of impatient? At peace, like you could think about it from these two exactly opposite perspectives. And there is some things don't have a direct opposite, but you can think about what that would mean to you if you were all in this category and not in this one. And that's kind of a way, at least to your subjective feeling of what you're having, help you get like an idea about what's the stress version, what's the non-stress version. And as we walk the process, we'll see what various things happen, and which, of course, meditation practices will address that better for you, and you'll get a really good guide by going through the 12 weeks and figure out how to heal the stress response in yourself.
Hmm.
You know, so that's your homework between now and the beginning. Um, One thing is to figure out how you measure cortisol levels or other stress related hormones. That's an email or a call to your GP, and then some work online to figure out like are there wearables and are there things that you can do that will get that for you. And then the other aspect is, what does super stress Mel look like? Write that down. And then write down the other side. Well, what's the opposite of that? What does that look like? And then, of course, when we get further, you'll have some specific, simple things to do to measure that as we meet. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
Excited?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think another thing too, I could probably measure like my overtime. I'm averaging like 30 hours a week of overtime, like no shit. Um,
Well, you know that there are meditative practices that we'll work on that will help you get there. This season's going to be a little bit different than other seasons. I'm going to be doing guiding everybody myself, and working for that. And I'm doing this in part because we're building a group in school. Do you know school?
mm-mm.
No,
What?
I think you're in the school group, I think, but I think I saw your name in there. But anyway, I will send you an invitation. We're going to be
I
yeah,
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah.
Prior to this last season, I think you were working on that, right?
We're going to be doing, instead of having the Slack app like we usually do, we're going to be using school as the school classroom sessions and to have to host stuff in there. The cool thing about that is it's in line with what we're going to be doing as we move forward. Um, Especially after that. One of the cool things is what I'm going to do is send you an invite, and also an invite that you can invite whoever you would like to join our session on the 22nd at 7 o'clock Dutch time, which is 2 hours. I think it's what, 11, 2 hours
Noon,
after.
maybe?
Yeah, it's 2 hours after the normal time because normally we would do 5, but we're doing 7. It'll be via Zoom, a Zoom link, and you can send that to whomever you want to kind of start our season of healing together, right? So it's a good idea if you have somebody that might is curious about Ironclad, or somebody just that you want to help be supportive of you, or anybody that you have that would like to join can come and just hang out, and you don't have to participate. They can kind of lurk in the back. That's cool. And the members will kind of do our thing. I have a special idea planned for this initiation ceremony for the starting of this season. And it's a cool idea if they come with something that they want to heal themselves, because I'm going to give people really cool information and ideas and stuff in that first session to get people started right. This is going to be our on-demand program for people. That's going to be in the process. So we're all going to work this on-demand program that will be available for people to start whenever they want. I have to do a lot of work to make sure it's specific for different kinds of conditions that people have. Like, so there are some caveats, asterisks, stuff like that will be part of it. But yeah, but that's it. So I'll send you the invite. It'll be via a link, kind of a cool link. You can invite whoever you want. Personally, just invite people. Make sure to share the Zoom link. It'll be probably like a 2 hour session, and then will be the coursework will be in the school app. I'll send you an invite. I think you're already in there, but go into the school group and check it out. Yeah, and say hi to
Mm-hmm.
people. And that's where we're going to be doing our interacting with each other there in school, and then that's where the coursework will be. So that's kind of a new thing for us, but it's cool. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great time. Um, yeah. Anybody
Yeah.
that wants to heal from something?
Um, I think about my friend Angela, who goes, and she's my Boundary Waters partner, the last couple years. I know that she's been dealing with a lot of things. I don't know all the medical terms of those things, but um, I know
You,
she deals with a lot of things that really impacts her life.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
so I think,
you know how it is, Melissa. This is the thing. This kind of stuff is tough for people to, it's an odd thing. A lot of people just aren't like quote unquote joiners. A lot of
mm,
people have tried stuff and it hasn't worked. A lot of people don't want to like open up to people that they don't know. They're kind of like, what are these people? What are we doing? What are these people like? I don't know if this is for me. So just being able to come and get you guys started and join and see how, it's a celebration. It's the Ironclad initiation. So we're starting this process together, and a lot of times, if people just come and hang out and ask for their support for you, because that will help you be more accountable. That's how these groups work, right? So they don't have to join, but if they just want to come and attend the Zoom and be there with us, that's more than enough. And I'll also share with you the link if they decide they wanna do this kind of call with me too ahead of time if they're curious, and that's cool. It's a half an hour, I mean,
Mhm.
of their time, and I'm just trying to give them whatever advice and tips and tricks I can to help them. And whether it's not about you got to join Ironclad or not, it's about, hey, see what we're about, get a little taste of what we do, and if it's for you, then hey, hop on. If not, support you. Watch what happens. And a lot of times that's how it is. We've had lots of people who have like they started like that. They were kind of curious about it first season, and the next season they're like, this is for me, and I want to do it. So that's the deal. Pretty simple. Cool.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. You have any questions about the new season? Anything I can help you with?
Um, I vaguely remember the school sign up, and I think we did that like through maybe Facebook, but I don't know. Is it like a website or is it an application?
School is it's like it's kind of like a Facebook group. So it's
Okay.
got and I'm going to be recording a before like the people I'm going to send you a link where people can sign up to join the first session. And with a little video, I'll just maybe put this video as part of it and be like, this is what we're doing in the invitation. And then they can click on the link and then they'll get an invite to go into school. Now there's all kinds of training things, but it's free, it doesn't cost anything. And then they get into our Ironclad group, and it's kind of like a Facebook group. There's a place where you can share stuff. There's a classroom. I've already got a free training in there if you're curious about it. It's one you haven't done. It's a free interest. It's kind of gives people a little bit of taste of what Ironclad is, so they can join that, and if they've got extra time and want to check it out. We are going to be doing the first the first session via Zoom, so that's how we're going to be setting it up. But the group itself will be run in school. School is a really cool program. I like it a lot personally because I'm a member of a number of different groups, and I had a lot of problems with, as you know, with Facebook banning me, not spreading my stuff, or because there's just a lot of especially because COVID and the fact that we're about immunity, we had a lot of our stuff not being distributed, being kind of limited. So school is a place at least that we can host and do what we're doing the way that we're doing it, and be ourselves and actually do it with real people. It can be a bit of it's a really cool program though. Like a lot of times people get involved in it and then they spend hours and hours and hours on there. It can be kind of fun
Mhm.
because there's all kinds of other groups that you can join. But that's where we're going to be hosting it. So it looks like why don't you go in there, check it out? That's the first thing that people need to do. Get familiar with it. I'll be sending out for the people that are joining the session a Zoom link and a little bit of a training on how school works, so they kind of know how it is. But I have to get the modules and the classroom stuff set in there, right? But if you go in there, you can see if you want to. If you go in there, you can kind of see how it is. Maybe you know what I could do right now. Let me see if I can't. Perhaps I can share what it looks like. Yeah, here. So let's do this. I will share my screen. Okay, you see this? Yeah,
Yeah, it's coming up. There we go.
you
Yep.
see it?
Yep.
So the way school works is you have a variety of different tabs. So you have a community tab here. There's a classroom tab here. This is where the different sessions are in there. Right now, this is an Ironclad Curious course. We'll have our Ironclad Kitchen, and this is going to be the season of healing.
Oh.
There's a calendar in here, and the calendar has all of the dates. The first one, only I tested one thing there to make sure it works. And down here we have the Ironclad sessions. You click on this. This is the Ironclad initiation. It's set up in here, so I can send out invites to that.
Or
There's
you can
also
click on the link in the calendar to
exactly, or you could click
yeah.
on the link in the calendar to be in there. This is how you can have different members. You can click invites and things. Leaderboards. It's a gamification program, so I can have people being a different leaders and all that kind of stuff. I may utilize this later when we have the free element and people are in here. The cool thing about school is that you guys as warriors can come in here and be as participatory as you want in season, and you'll be able to actively engage with people. Like for example, your friends that maybe don't want to take the iron, don't want to do Ironclad, but they can still be in here and be curious and get some value and help you. And who knows, maybe they'll decide they want to take some of the free stuff and get a little bit of a taste about what we're doing. So, like you
Awesome.
said, this is school is about community and Ironclad's about a community, right? So this
Hmm.
is really what we want to be doing. We want to be looking at like what's the best way to have an aspect of community with the people that are in there and stay together with who we are and what we're doing. So hop on in here, check it out, and then we're going to start there. Um, well, you can get in there earlier. You can get in there right now if you want. All you have to do is you hop in here because I believe you're in here.
I think I am. I
I
remember
saw
this
your name in here.
now.
If I go to members, I believe. Uh,
Yeah, I just gotta
there
look
you
to
are.
find
Yeah,
out
you're in there.
where. Yeah.
You're in there. You can fill out your profile, put your name, your all your stuff in here, get all that stuff in here. Ingrid's in here as well. She knows actually the guy who design school. Um,
Oh,
but check it
cool.
out. Hop in there, and if you want to, if you really got nothing else to do, you can do the Ironclad Curious course, which is already available to everybody. So that's cool. Cool, cool.
Awesome.
All right. And it'll be basically weekly sessions in there. We're gonna have I don't know exactly 100% how it's gonna look when we have it all set up, but it'll be ready to go by the time we get started. Right now the focus is getting as many people ready to hop on the initiation. And if you have anybody else who wants to do this half an hour call with me, see what's up, figure out their individual situation. The call is really important, as you know, because and you as a warrior understand this, but people that don't know about this, it's everybody's unique, and some people aren't a good fit for what we do, right? And that's totally cool, right? I help them in any way I can. Some people are just they've had bad experiences before and they're a little nervous. Other people aren't or really are a perfect fit for what we do, but maybe they're not ready or they've had, for whatever reason. So it's a really it's an opportunity for me to talk to them, get to know them, see if they're a good fit, and if they're not, help them in any way I can. It's not about like, oh, what do you have to do? You know how it is. It's not like, well, how do we hard sell somebody into something we don't want to do or push them or
Hmm.
anything. It's like it's about come on, join, see what it's like, see this if this is for you, because you and I both know if we're not involved in a community of people, like you said in the beginning, some people are really good. Like they motivate, they go and they do it, they stick to the plan. I need you guys just as much as we need each other to be
Hmm.
able to achieve that goal. It's the power of community, and that's how we do it. So like I'm right now just totally exhausted. I got back from the gym. I hurt myself pretty bad.
Oh no. Oh
Not really. I'm
no.
kidding, but like it's I feel like wiped a little bit, but it's good. It was a good gym session. Um, but yeah, I won't go unless I have something motivating me. It's like it's one of those things for me. I need the group. I need the people. We have our periods in the season of Ironclad where we're more relaxed, right? And we just enjoy life. But you need to balance that with a season of it's time to get back to business, get back to health, make sure that we're moving in the right direction, staying alive. So cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. All right. You rock it. Get in there. Check it out. Maybe do that course if you want. I'll send you a message. I'll send you a message with the info when I have it done. Just go ahead and invite your friend right now to that
Hmm.
group. You can go in, I think, and invite people yourself. That you can invite her into that group if you want. But I'll be coming up with a formal invitation that you can send via a link to her. But just let her know about it, and then we'll see you guys at 7 o'clock next Sunday. Cool.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right.
Cool. Well,
All
thank
right.
you. I'm glad this worked out. We got to catch up.
Rock it on, SuperMel. Do your homework. Make sure you're ready to
Yeah,
go when we
I
show up
will.
on Sunday. And if there's anything else in between, I'll let you know. But I think that's good to go. Cool.
Awesome. Yes, thank
All right.
you.
See you
Have a
later.
great
Bye
evening.
bye. You
Bye.
too. Bye bye.